Morning all, hope everyone is well. Welcome back to the Liverpool latest stream on the George Scaife LFC channel. Today we're previewing the big game tonight, which I'm very nervous for. I must say I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. If anything, give me a scoreline. Just give me a score. I'm going to go Liverpool win 2-1 tonight. I think it'll be a feisty game under the lights, bank holiday as well. Atmosphere building all day. When I say atmosphere, I mean drinks will be flowing all day. Obviously with Isak as well, there's a lot going between certainly the two fan bases right now. So I think the players are very aware of that, and that'll raise the energy, raise the levels, raise the intensity. We're talking about a few things today, and we're going to start with a bit of availability. So on their end, obviously Saka went down the other day with an injury, which is never nice to see. And I really like Saka, I've got to say, and it's a big blow for Arsenal. Obviously, we're looking in the future here, but Saka only 3 to 4 weeks. I say only that's obviously terrible, right? It's a month out of action for one of their, if not their best player. But from a Liverpool red tinted glasses here, he's missing our game, and that's obviously huge, right? You know, Odegaard I think might miss it as well. So there's two good players there, two of their best players arguably missing the Liverpool game. Liverpool automatically become favourites if they weren't already at home, etc. You know, probably favourites to win the league more so than Arsenal. They certainly are now. So that's some news to kind of look forward to, guys. If you're in the TikTok stream, get into the YouTube stream. Is McAllister out? I don't believe so. I don't think so at all. So there's a few 11s I want to go through today. I want to talk Angamo. I want to talk Conor Bradley. I want to talk Dominic Szoboszlai, and also give you my 11 towards the end as well. Shay's in here. Anime Kun's gone 3-1, and Nizzy has gone 2-2. Yes, lad, Joshua. Hope you well, mate. A music stream maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. Let's start with a look at Newcastle's team. So this is their team from last week. I'm not too much in the know, to be honest, in Newcastle. I assume it'll be very similar. I certainly think it'll be a similar front three. Obviously, with Isak not playing, you've kind of got to play Gordon through the middle. You've got to play Barnes, and you've got to play Elanga. And Elanga's a great signing in terms of fitting the Newcastle system and fitting the way they play. And that'll be the way they attack. That'll be the way they score goals. Obviously, Newcastle have goals from midfield, certainly with Tonali, them late runs, Joe Linton as well, loads of energy. But I do believe if they were to score the goals, it would be on the break, and a counter-attack. If Eddie Howe had any sense and watched any of that Bournemouth game, he would just not change the way he plays, because there's no point. We really crumble at the moment, giving the opposition the ball, giving them space to run into, and that is literally the best way Newcastle score goals. So I don't think they'll change it at all. I don't see a reason why Kirkes should be dropped. I think it's a stupid argument. People saying bring Robertson in for Kirkes. What's a Elanga? It'd be running backwards, mate. That'd be really tough. Kieran, mate, hope you're well. Hope you're well. Get some scores in here, guys. X-Rate 3-2. Rumours McAllister misses tonight's game. I've not seen that. And I've looked across everywhere as well. Sean, hope you well, mate. Saka misses international breaks and misses a rival bingo. Yeah, man. Joshua, hope tonight there, boss, and hope the Reds wins. Well, me too, mate. Good morning, Kyle. Hope you well. So, in my opinion, we've got to kind of fear this team and look at this team as the target, right? Maybe there'll be changes. Maybe Livramento. I mean, I thought Livramento is playing there. Obviously, Livramento, Trippier. Lewis Hall, is he not fit? I assume Lewis Hall might be fit and play left back and Livramento right back. I don't really know. Liverpool now. Szoboszlai. Now, this is the main talking point, right? Who's playing right back? Obviously, with Frimpong missing. Obviously, with Bradley. I've got a picture of Bradley, actually, just to convey my point. He's been in training. I don't believe it's been full training. I don't believe he's fully fit either. So he's been training for the last 3 days, I'm reading. I think it was 2 of the 3 days. It's just not enough time for me, the turnaround, to rush him into a game, not just any game, but a game like this that is going to be played at such an intensity like this one is going to be. I would play Dominic Szoboszlai for all the reasons I said over the last couple of weeks. Guys, if you're in the TikTok stream, George Scaife, LFC, get involved. Lewis, why? How are you on here, by the way? Why don't you just clear off? How have you even got my... How do you even know I do this channel? Hashtag obsessed, Lewis. Cheers, though. I don't know what he said. Sorry, I've seen him. Yeah, Szoboszlai, it makes so much sense for me. I think he's got the physical attributes to play and excel. Newcastle are going to bring the physicality. They're going to raise the intensity. Certainly in this game, right? It's going to be played in a cauldron tonight, electric atmosphere. And Szoboszlai can raise to that level. And he can raise the level from what Newcastle are going to meet, in my opinion. I think Jones can do it as well. I just think Szoboszlai is better suited to playing a right back with... I mean, he's done it before, firstly. I think he's quicker. I think he covers more ground. He's got better kind of running power in his legs as well. And again, he brings the aggression. And I don't think Joe Gomez does that. I think it's as simple as that. Does Gomez maybe give you more solidity, defending the counter? Maybe. Does it give you more presence in the air? from corners, etc., free kicks. Absolutely Gomez, and he's a good pro. He's been here, he's done it before. However, Szoboszlai, I cannot look past those physical attributes he offers. And also, I actually wrongly think people talk about Szoboszlai's physical attributes too much. I'm like, he's not just like Grant Mitchell from EastEnders. You know what I mean? He's not just a brute, right? Dominic Szoboszlai can play the ball. He can play the ball, and he can certainly play it better than Gomez. In terms of that diagonal switch that we've been doing quite a lot, to Gakpo, it's often been coming through Van Dijk recently. Obviously, with Trent missing, right? You need someone who can fire them balls across and maybe give something new and ignite a different kind of spark from the back. Szoboszlai can do that. Gomez can't do that. With all the will in the world, Gomez cannot play those quarterback passes like Szoboszlai can. His passing range is phenomenal. Gomez cannot cross the ball like Szoboszlai. Gomez cannot deliver dead balls like Szoboszlai if it comes to that. Gomez cannot run like Szoboszlai, cover the ground Szoboszlai can. I think it's an absolute shoot. I actually think it's quite an obvious answer, this. And I don't know what Arne Slot will do, and I really hope he maybe sees sense is the wrong word because he knows what he's on about. But I really hope he does this because I think it works on so many levels. Really hope we don't go 1-0 down. Mate, I can probably see it, to be honest with you. Where are the McAllister rumours? We need him if we need a chance to win. Yes. I think Slot will play Szoboszlai and tell him to invert. I entirely agree. It gives you a +1 in there, right? It gives you that numerical advantage. Szoboszlai's obvious third choice right back for me. Yeah, in my opinion as well, Kieran. I'd have Szoboszlai right back. Just seen the rumours of McAllister. Is that real? If anyone can confirm the McAllister rumours, because that's kind of put a bummer to my team and the team generally tonight. Thomas Taylor, totally agree. Think he'll have good control of the ball and the second chances, yes, of course. Brick Boy, one of the members on the stream, not sure Dom's that reliable defensively. Yeah, but if Kirkus is tucking in and Szoboszlai's inverting into midfield, I just think it instantly. Let me get my team up. This is the team I'd play. Assuming McAllister is fit, of course. If you're doing something like this, one, you're packing out the midfield against their Tonali, Bruno and Joe Linton. Numerical advantage. I think on the counter-attack, I think the big problem with Liverpool, you look at Semenyo's goal, the second one he scored, he ran from his own box to score. When we lost the ball, there was no one behind the ball. All of our players were in front. If you have Szoboszlai there inverting, he's not going wide outside of Salah like Frimpong does, getting forward on the last man, like literally the last man. Szoboszlai will be tucked back. So if we lose the ball, it all breaks down. Szoboszlai is, maybe he's not best suited to that position, but he's at least a body back covering that ground. I think we cover a lot of space very efficiently and very well here with this team. I'd love to hear some McAllister rumours cleared up, guys, in the comment section. If you're in the TikTok stream, guys, get into the YouTube stream. George Scaife, LFC. Come and have your say. We're bringing comments up on the screen. Sean, the defence looked dodgy after last week. Yeah, I agree with that. But I wouldn't change it. People are saying Kirkus should be dropped out because he had a poor game. It's like, what? Are we going to do that all season if Kirkus had a bad game? Kirkus will not have 38 great games. If he has a bad game, you're going to drop him out. He's like, what are you on about? Seriously. It was his first game. He was clearly very emotional, very rash. Like you could just obviously tell that with the way he was committing himself in tackles. He was clearly trying to win the crowd over almost and prove a point, right? That is not something I can see carrying on, to be honest with you. I'm going to turn that off there. There we go. Where are we now? Sorry, my microphone's just turned. There we go. We're back on. Eric, I think he can run the whole match. Comes great when facing Gordon and Joe Linton. Exactly, mate. The running power they have, not just in the front line, and they're very quick team off the mark. Alanga and Gordon bring that pace. Barnes maybe less so, but Barnes is equally as potent off that side, cutting in. It's the midfield. It's the midfield when they join on. You've got them runs from Joe Linton, like you mentioned. I think Tonali is their best player. I really do. If I did a combined 11, we could do a little combined 11 feature here because I think it's quite easy. In terms of who's available, I'd have Livermore at right back, in terms of, because he's fit. I would have Tonali over Gravenberch. I really would. And then I'd probably keep it there. I'd have 2 Newcastle players in my combined 11. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. In terms of right now, like who's fit, obviously Isak gets in, but Kian, do you think we've signed Frimpong to replace Salah when he leaves and Bradley go to right back? Yes, possibly, but you look at a situation like now where, what if Bradley gets injured in AFCON and then Frimpong's played right wing? Who plays right back? So then you move Frimpong back, then who plays right wing? It's like obviously you can't have 3, there's no point having 3 right backs because that's no normal team has 3 right backs. We've got 3 left backs, but we're trying to ship one out, right? We need to bring a right winger in or at least trust Chiesa to come in and do a job there. James, to be honest, I've never heard of that guy. To be honest with you, Nizzy. Dan Collier, Maka wasn't spotted in the squad arriving. Maybe he's just late. Maybe there's a traffic jam, mate. Maybe let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe. Sean, we have too much players going forward. Yeah, well, having Sobersline here gives an extra body back, in my opinion. Toby, morning, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you are well, Toby Saunders. A long-term viewer of the channel, by the way, mate. Nice to see you. LFC Gibbs TV. Hi, George. Been watching the past few weeks, and I've been watching your TikTok for a while. Good content. Oh, thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Great words. Thank you, mate. Jacob, I don't understand how Tsimikas or Robertson can't play right back. Is it really that? It's absolutely different. With respect, yeah, I've got to say, this Newcastle side can just pull you apart, certainly going forward. And luckily for whoever does play right back, I say luckily, but Gordon will be playing through the middle, right? Barnes will be playing your left winger. And I really rate Barnes. I think he's very underrated. Done by injury, pretty unlucky, right? You cannot move Robertson to right back. I could probably fill in there. I'd even go as far to say I'd have Endo over Robertson right back. I really would. You're playing on the wrong side. He's having a pretty poor last couple seasons, certainly last season at left back, let alone right back. Someone with pace is just going to absolutely destroy him. And maybe Tsimikas maybe more likely to thrive there, but still, I wouldn't touch either of them personally. Toby, if Gomez fit, I would start Gomez. Fair enough. What's your reason for that? What is your reason? Oh, there's your literally the comment underneath. Gomez can drop into a back three and Kirkus can bomb forward. I want to talk about that because a lot of people are saying we do this. So imagine now, that Sobersline picture there is Gomez, and we shift across left to make a back three. So your back three is Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez. Sounds great. You've got three centre-backs there. Konate's in the middle. That's immediately an issue. You need your best centre-back in the middle, in which is Van Dijk. He's on the left. That's immediately wrong. Then, because Kirkus is getting forward, Gakpo's cutting in to play in that left half space, which is okay, fine. Maybe a bit more central than I'd like him, but okay, fine. But then Wirtz is having to play in the right half space. Yeah, okay, of course he's Wirtz, he could play there, but it's not his best position. You're moving Salah so wide to wide midfield, moving him further away from goal. He's been pretty quiet as it is in the season so far. Why would you move him further away from the goal? I think it has a really bad knock-on effect. Love your videos. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. That's a really bad knock-on effect in my eyes, so I just wouldn't do it. And also, we've not done it in any pre-season game. Kieran, I wouldn't be surprised if Bradley comes on at 75 for Flo. Yeah, that's a fair point. No, I agree with that. If we're leading, yeah, maybe Gomez comes on if we're leading. I don't know. We've got a few options there, but not enough options to start. It's like we've got loads off the bench, kind of thing. I mean, Endo could do 15 off the bench at right back, and I wouldn't be pulling up trees. Yeah, we've got a few options off the bench, but in terms of starting and playing 70 minutes, there's only one option for me really. No Bruno Guimaraes. I wouldn't personally. Have you seen the rumours of the 130 million bid for Isak? I've seen that maybe coming in tonight. I've seen. Marky Badman, do you think Liverpool will sign any more players? I do. I think Matt Gahey will sign. I don't read anything into him playing for Palace the last few weeks. I think, look at Eze. He played literally before the game before he went to Arsenal. They've had a lot on the plate, Palace, with the Eze signing, with the UEFA Conference League, etc. Appeal. So I think this is now their full priority in Gahey, in signing some players as well. I think he will sign for Liverpool. I've got to say. I just want to bring up another... What have I got on here? Just a quick note, by the way. Bring this up here. I thought it was quite interesting. It's not particularly Newcastle related, but I think it's quite interesting. Anfield sector news is from last night. I screenshot this. Rio and Gamoa sparkled in pre-season to such an extent that Liverpool have said they would rather create a pathway for him than sign Barcola or Fofana. That's from Paul Joyce as well, so a pretty good source here. So that tells me we will not be signing a left winger, and Ngamo will just be the backup to Gakpo. And how great is that? How great is that? I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? Of course, it's great. You've got this young kid who's so clearly got so much potential, and his ceiling's clearly so high. But do you rush him in now? Is that running before you can walk? And I mean, I guess the argument is no, because he's proved it in them preseason games how good he was. You know, the Bilbao game, grabs the ball straight away, goes and scores. He played last season. That was only against Accrington, but he's featured, right? I do worry how if Gakpo gets injured. Last year we had Diaz to just come in and they would rotate. If Gakpo gets injured now, we're relying on a 16-year-old kid to come in and play. Is he? How old actually was this guy? I feel like he's 6, 7. I don't know how old he is. You're relying on a kid who's never played in the Prem before, never played in the Champions League before, to come in and play. That's a lot of exposure for a lad at such a young age who's not actually played under the lights of the Champions League yet. I worry we are betting him in too fast, and I think it might be too soon. That's my only concern with this. 16, right? Yeah, 16th. Crazy, isn't it? Brick Boy, one of the members on the stream. Hope you're well, mate. Hopefully he doesn't bring on slower and more defensive players and still try to have them bomb forward like he did against Bournemouth. Yeah, I agree. If you're playing Gomez, you've got to play to his strengths, and that's not going forward. McAllister apparently won't play. I've seen that, and I've got to say I'm very intrigued by it. I've only seen from you guys in the chat, to be fair. I just want to talk about this here. I saw this on Twitter, and you see a lot of these teams, it's like, right, what have you tried to cook here? But when you think about this, right, Alisson in goal, a back three of Leone, Van Dijk and Konate, Kirkers and Szoboszlai wing backs, McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Katika, Salah. And the more I look at that, I quite like it. And I look at Leone, and I think, wow, what a game to throw him in. First game, Newcastle away, like what the hell? And I've seen nothing of Leone, like he's even a left-sided centre-half. I don't particularly know. I'm not too sure what his strengths are. I know he's a very good kind of defender first. Like he prioritises winning the ball back and passing it to the players who can distribute better than him. He likes to run the pitch with the ball. He can progress the ball, a bit like Joel Matip or a Konate. I do think with this, though, it's a bit defensive. Like even for Liverpool, like you've got 3 defenders there, 2 wing backs. It's like it's very don't know, thinking like Conte or something. That's not the Liverpool way, in my opinion. Certainly not the Arne Slot way, playing a back 5, back 3. And maybe, yeah, it's not a back 3 because Kirkers drops in and then you've got a back 4, then Szoboszlai gets forward. I just think it's very confusing. I just think we've not done it yet in pre-season. Why would we do it for the first time away at St James's? It does look all right. Looks class on paper. Yeah, it does. Wirtz will announce himself to the league tonight. Jacob, mate, I hope so. I bloody hope so. Who said he ain't playing? I don't know. I've just seen some rumours in the chat. Let me turn the comments on there. Right. Where are we now? We've done that. We've spoken about, if you just joined, we've spoken about Saka missing the Liverpool game. We've spoken about potential 3-back. We've spoken about Ngamoa. We've spoken about Conor Bradley not being fit. I assume he's been in training, but he's not, for me, fit, I've been told. Szoboszlai will be the option for me. Should be the option for me. I think it makes so much sense to play him. He offers so much more than Joe Gomez, can offer. Leone can play right centre-back, right back, and left centre-back. Yeah, but it's like you don't want to play him right back or really in his first game against Newcastle. It's a massive game to throw him into, and to not throw him in, not just like, to not throw him in as a back 2. You've got to play him in a back 2 because that's where we'll play, or where he'll play for the majority of the season, right? Yeah, McAllister wasn't with the 21-man squad this morning. Interesting. Right, that is okay. I need to do some more research into that. If McAllister ain't playing, who comes into your team? Let me know, guys, because that maybe changes the Szoboszlai at right back thought. Do you just bring Curtis Jones in there? Maybe. I think Jones can raise the level. I think Jones knows what these games are about. He's played in them before, played very well in them before. So let me know, guys. I'll bring all the comments on the screen now. If you're on the TikTok stream, get into the YouTube stream. Come and have your say. It's George Scaife, LFC. I'm bringing comments up on screen. We're talking about if McAllister isn't fit, who plays central midfield, and is it Szoboszlai? Because I've got Szoboszlai playing right back, I'll be honest with you. I think maybe Jones just plays there. Because if you're moving Szoboszlai to central midfield, you've got Gomez right back, and then it's like we're back to square one, really. It's not ideal, that is it? It is not ideal. Guys, there's the stream. There's the preview for the game. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your score prediction in the comments below. I'm on a 2-1 Liverpool win. I think Florian Wirtz scores, and I think Mo Salah scores, and I think Wirtz scores. There's my prediction. I hope you're all doing well. Leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed. Didn't really push the likes out today, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I hope for a good game tonight. Nice one, guys. See you later on. Bye.